Genya!
We now have two BUZZmod Demon Slayer figures up for pre-order within the span of 2 weeks from each other. This is actually leading to something that's great, I believe, and I will cover it later on in the video. But for now, let us focus on Genya. He is here. The figure looks decent. We have some things to go over, so strap yourself in for this pre-order breakdown. The first thing I would like to tackle in this breakdown is going to be the aesthetic and the presentation of this figure. Now, obviously, when compared to a side-by-side render of this figure, it's not 100% one for one from the anime or from the manga translated over to the figure. However, we are getting a Genya figure, and the figure doesn't look terrible. It looks decent, and I am happily impressed by this figure. Presentation aside, we have a special promotional image that can only be found on the Omniplex Twitter account. It cannot be found on the official website or of the retailing website. So, this specific promotional image, spoiler warnings, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This specific promotional image is capturing a scene from the latest episode of Demon Slayer, and that contributes to my theory of where the line is going from here on out. Make sure you stick around until the end. But basically, this is a scene from the latest episode. Now, Genya is slated to release next year in March. We have Sanemi coming out in January, so there's only like a 2-month gap between the two, really a 1-month gap between the two, which leaves all of next year for potential releases. So very excited for the first half or the first quarter of 2025. And it looks like we are also going to be getting another background sheet for Genya. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to look. I know with Sanemi and the rest of the Hashira, we kind of have a idea of what these are going to look like, especially with Michiro just being released. But for Genya, I'm not sure about. On the official website for Omniplex, you can go on there and you can get kind of a little description for some of their promotional images. Like here, they're saying you get 4 types of normal faceplates, plus you get this demon ready to eat faceplate as well. So that's like 5 different faceplates we're going to be getting with this figure. Now here it says how his jacket, a lot of people have been talking about the jacket, how it's not really accurate and the tailoring could be a lot better. But it says there, it's made so that the figure can have easy movement. So, unfortunately, sacrifices will have to be made. Now, here we see the gun, and we know we have his Nichiren sword. Unfortunately, we're not getting any promotional images with the sword being unsheathed, so we don't know exactly 100% based off the promotional images if we are going to be able to actually wield his Nichiren blade, his katana, what have you, and with the effect pieces for the shotgun or for the sawed-off shotgun, it looks really good. It could have been better, yeah, that's true, but we're getting some effect pieces, and we're getting the figure most importantly. Now, if you head to the specifics for the item, then yeah, you're going to see that for the Nichiren blade, you have delivery and drawing sword. So I'm guessing you are going to be getting both of those. Now, if you've seen my Michiro review, then you know that his figure come with interchangeable feet, where you can make it to where they're not wearing any sandals or anything. And I'm guessing based off these details here, we're going to be getting the same thing as well. Now with the Sanemi pre-order breakdown, on the website for Sanemi, they do not have the promotional images for the wooden sword. So they're kind of like giving us half of a cake because we don't know exactly what everything is going to look like, and we're not sure exactly what all we're going to be getting. So I think the promotion can be done a little bit better so that we are seeing exactly what we're paying for. But other than that, it looks to be a nice release. As always, you can go to these import sites if you're wanting to pre-order this figure. Now, last night I did post a link on the community tab for Genya and Sanemi, both available for pre-order on Nin Game. However, as of right now, both figures are both sold out. So hopefully last night you were able to get your pre-order in at Nin Nin Game. Now he is available over on Hobby Geki. The same for Ami Ami. Again, you're looking at paying $100, maybe a little bit more for this figure, either which way you decide to go. Lastly, I wanted to touch up on BBTS, who has Sanemi up for pre-order right now. For $109, I think that is absolutely great. Finally, they're starting to realize their problem, because usually when they have a figure go up for pre-order, it's like 150, 160, 140, what have you on BBTS. But with Sanemi being 109, I'm guessing they're hoping to move more inventory now. Well, that will cover it for this pre-order breakdown of Genya. You know where you can pre-order the figure. You know how much it's going to cost. If you pre-ordered Sanemi, you might as well pre-order the brother as well, because they're companion figures. Now, I am ready to tell you what I think is going to happen to the BUZZmod line. As it stands right now, we are 2 figures away from having the complete Hashira set from BUZZmod. So, the next 2 characters I think to be revealed is going to be the Snake and Stone Hashiras. The current season of Demon Slayer has 3 episodes left, and in the last episode we wrapped up the training segment for the Snake Hashira, and now we're moving on to the Stone Hashira, which will be done probably by the end of the next episode, meaning we have 2 more episodes afterwards. So, by all accounts, Aniplex has introduced these characters in the anime, and I feel as if they can now release the figures. So one of the biggest issues right now in the BUZZmod community is the lack of demons. Granted, we have Akaza and we have Daki. However, we are lacking demons across the board. Figma, BUZZmod, and from Tamashii Nations. Well, with Season 4 currently airing, which is the Hashira training arc, they can now put out the Hashiras, which I think is going to happen next year. I think next year we're going to be getting the Snake Hashira and the Stone Hashira. Because of how early we have Genya and Sanemi coming out Q1 of next year, that leaves us with unlimited potential. Let's go ahead and get these Hashiras out. And I think next year we're going to see our first prototype of Upper Moon 6, Gintaru, and then we're going to see Upper Moon 4 and 5. Now here's the thing. When they go and release these demons, I think we're going to be getting the add-ons just like how we did with Daki. With Daki, you got 2 Tanjiro faceplates. I think with Gintaru, you might get a poison faceplate or a bleeding faceplate for Uzui. I think with Upper Moon 4, you're going to get the Demon Slayer mark for Missouri, the Love Hashira. So they, I think, are going to be heading in that direction, and I, for one, am very excited. Thank you all for watching. I will make a full-fledged video discussing this sometime, maybe next week, I'm not sure, but the Demon Slayer line is seemingly heading in a great direction, and I just can't wait. Thank you all for watching, and have a great day.